Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kelly Coleman. I'm a multi-award winning product developer and seller. I've been on Amazon for many years. And why Amazon and why now? Well, look, a lot of people say to me, is Amazon done? Is this it? Like, is it too crowded? And the answer simply is no. Amazon is pretty easy to start. If you take a normal business, i.e. if you were starting a store business, a hairdressing business, a business where you had to have business rates and staff and a warehouse, it would be pretty expensive to start. So in comparison to a normal business, an Amazon business is way less expensive to start. So of course, there are going to be startup costs. People say to me, but I'm going to need some money, aren't I? Well, of course, it's a business. It's a new business. So you're going to need business to learn from a mentor or from somebody. And there's going to be startup costs for your tools and your products. So there's going to be three things, okay? But you can do it from home. And what I love about this, and my students start their Amazon business while they're still doing their full-time job because they can do it in their spare time. And of course, it makes so much sense. So while you're earning an income, you can do it in the evening, at weekends, and you can kind of work hard around your job, becoming a seller, setting everything up, doing the research, getting a great product. And when you feel the right time to take those days down, maybe to a part-time, you can do that. So it gives you that flexibility. And that's what I love about Amazon. Now, I don't teach drop shipping. For me, it doesn't work. I don't do it every day. So I don't practice what I don't preach what I don't practice. So I teach the FBA model. And what that means is fulfilled by Amazon. What I love about the FBA model and the private label model is that you do the research and you do it once. You're not selling other people's products. You're selling your own products, which means you control the pipeline. You're not trying to get a license. You're not trying to go to a warehouse and buy end of lines and you do really well for 200 or 300 pieces, but then it all runs out. So I teach the FBA model. And what I love about the FBA model is that it means fulfilled by Amazon and it's totally scalable. So literally, I teach you how to find a product with demand, brand it, private label it, get the factory, then send it directly from the factory into one of Amazon's fulfillment centers. Amazon then will store it, they'll pick it, they'll pack it, they'll ship it, and it is completely scalable. You don't have to go down to the store to ship your goods. You don't have to worry. You start with 200 products in their warehouses. And as you get busier in more demand, Amazon give you more and more storage. So nearly 90% of sellers now use Amazon FBA. And in fact, over 300 million customers worldwide are shopping on Amazon. It gets over 2.7 billion visitors every month, and it is definitely the place to be. So Amazon is forecast to carry on growing. There's never going to be as many sellers as there are consumers. So it's now time to jump on board and become a seller, because who knows in another 10 years whether you will be able to sell on Amazon. I very much doubt it. And since 2018 to 2022, Amazon doubled its net sales. So the rate of sales now is just actually going through the roof. There's new countries launching all of the time. What you have to remember is that you don't need to sell in your home country. It's a great idea to start with, but if there's a bigger and better market somewhere else, then you can sell there. Now, how does Amazon actually work? Amazon pays into your bank account every 2 weeks. You earn money 24 hours even while you sleep. If you set up your listing correctly and you use all the right keywords, then Amazon is literally like a machine working in the background, paying into your bank account every time someone buys one of your products. We know that 85% of young consumers are now selling at least one of these items per week, are buying at least one item per week. So we know the consumer's demand, the mindset is changing. I know this because my daughter is 17 and she buys more than one product a week. And now we have such a thing called Prime. Now, I know Prime is not as big in some of the newer countries, but for certain here in the UK, 8 out of 10 of us are Prime members. Now, give me a 1 in the chat if you are a Prime member. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are subscribed to Prime, Amazon Prime. And let's have a count of how many Prime subscribers we've got here tonight with us, because I'm going to let you into a little secret. Did you know that Prime subscribers now go straight into Amazon? They bypass Google and they're shopping straight away in Amazon. Like, the numbers are coming in. And if you could just see my screen, it is lighting up. Oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, oh my God. It's going on 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 in the chat. It's unbelievable. There's way over half of you typing 1 to me. So if that doesn't make you think, why am I not doing this right now? Of course it does, because you guys are here. Then there are only just over 2 million active sellers versus the millions of people shopping on Amazon. So yes, it is hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And it's a good job it's hard, okay? Because that means we have to do our job correctly. But if we put that customer centric to our journey on Amazon, then you will win over and over again. So a few more stats before we delve in. So 81% of the people, as I said, start searching now within Amazon versus on the high street. And we know now that the same 8 out of 10 people are searching directly in Amazon Prime. So that is one of the reasons that you need to sell online on Amazon using the FBA method. Remember, we don't use FBM. We don't use anything else. We are truly FBA sellers. So this training, this masterclass, call it whatever you want today, is for you. If you're looking for a new opportunity, which I know many of you are, a lot of you are new sellers. We've got some current sellers, which is great too. I can give you some tips and advice. And remember, I am going to be answering those questions at the end of the session. So stick around. I've also got something really special from AMZ Scout for you if you stick around, but only if you stick around till the end. If you're looking to build your own brand, if you want to find a better way to earn money instead of trading your time for money, because if we trade our time for money, we can only get paid for what we bring, the value we bring to our job. Just over broke, by the way. That's what job stands for. Maybe you want to just create that constant stream of income. Well, look, if you want to create that constant stream of income, you are in exactly the right place. And AMZ Scout, along with myself, have put this together for you this evening. So look, you can future-proof your income. That's a pretty bold statement to say. But look, Amazon is not going anywhere. We've just talked about all the reasons why they're getting more eyeballs, why Amazon are growing. It's an inflation-proof business. You can have a predictable income stream. And of course, you can be anywhere in the world. So imagine you're running your business from the beach. Imagine you want to go traveling and you've set up your products and you've got the income stream. You've, of course, done all of the branding, all of the hard work. You've made sure that you've got that replenishment of stock coming in. So again, 45 minutes to an hour, once you've got your Amazon business up and running, is all you need. But of course, you have to put in the hard work to begin with. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, guys. So if you're here to make money, put money in today and make money tomorrow, this is not the business for you, okay? I have to be honest. There is some hard work that you're going to need to put in up front, okay? So if you are up for the hard work, that research with your AMZ Scout tools and with those kind of great trackers, using the product trackers, then you are in exactly the right place. So I'm going to touch on my first 4 secrets that I use when I'm creating an Amazon business. And then I'm going to give you my insights into what goes into choosing a good product, what traps you should avoid, how to make your product profitable, and then how to automate it, and then rinse and repeat as many times as you need to reach your financial goal. I'm going to be also showing you around the tools. I'm going to show you some of AMZ Scout's brand new tools, like the list building tool, like lots of the new technology that we've got. And of course, I'm going to take questions. So if you have those questions, then remember to stick around to the end, because we've also got something amazing from AMZ Scout. Again, you can be time, location, and financially have that freedom. If you set this business up, you put in the hard work now. As I said before, it's not a get rich quick scheme. If you want it to be that, then you need to just turn off your screen and go away, because you do need to learn the system. And I am now going to take you and show you my short journey. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you any picture of me jumping out of a helicopter, but I'm just going to give you a little background at how I got involved with products, how my product journey began, and just so you can understand a little bit about my journey and why I'm doing this now, and why I'm coaching several hundreds of students around the globe in successfully starting up and creating their own brands. So my belief over this last 5 years, especially when we hit the period of the dreadful COVID, not only did a lot of my friends and family struggle financially, I had some friends that lost family members, but a lot of people turned to me because I sold products online and said, can you teach me what you do? Because so many people that I knew lost jobs literally overnight like that. And it wasn't really something that I was planning, but I started teaching people and family and friends and helping people that were literally destitute. Okay. And from that, I developed my online course and my all of my trainings. And really, it's just been a labor of love from then. And it really did start out by accident. So this is my family. I've been married for over 20 years. I've got 3 children, 17-year-old, a 14-year-old just at the weekend, and a 10-year-old, and my husband, Clive, for over 20 years. And I wanted to tell you that I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't get a business degree. I actually started off my professional life as a professional dancer. And I met my husband, and he owned this salon here called Burlington's in the West End of London. And together we grew our salon business and then opened Makeover Studios. It was here that my brand was started. And from here, I launched my own makeup brand in 2005. And this is where my first journey with products began. So I have to tell you, I didn't know what I was doing. I launched my first range. I launched just 5 products, and I literally had to learn everything about the cosmetic products, about ingredients, about legislation, about absolutely everything. How do you sell online, in salons, you name it. And it was a slog. I made loads of mistakes. I also was lucky enough to make some great decisions. And this is how my product journey began. It turned into a globally recognized brand. We were selling in many countries, and it became a multi-award winning brand. Things like Best New Coming Brand on QVC, Beauty Bible award winning, Tatler, Vogue. We also won lots of awards in Beauty Shortlist magazines and lots of things. And the reason I tell you this is because if I can do it, you can do it. And it's not all about creating award-winning products, of course not, but it's creating products that customers really love. Whether you're creating beauty products or tech products or gardening products or home products or fitness products, my students create products in every single category. In fact, probably beauty is one of the least categories we now make products in because of the high minimum order quantities. But if you have aspirations to be on the TV shopping like QVC, that's something that I have done in Italy, in Germany, in the UK, Canada, US, and Australia. So again, this is something I have lots of experience with. And also in bricks and mortar stores. For those of you who know TJ Maxx, TK Maxx, I very much work with them still today. Debenhams, House of Fraser, to name but a few. So these are some of my products. So not only do I sell on Amazon, I also sell in stores. So I sell lots of tech products and I work with lots of brands because we have an Amazon agency as well. So if you are a brand that needs help, we can also help you. So hopefully that's given you a quick whistle-stop tour of who I am. I told you it was going to be quick. I'm not going to rant on and on and on about it, but I just wanted to give you some background. So of course, I'm working with Amazon in many different ways with TK Maxx and also with TikTok. And these are some of the results from people, my students, my brands that work with us on Amazon. So getting sales of over £2,000 a day is achievable here in the UK, 167 units. Excuse me while I just take a quick drink. And some of the figures from the stores we run, again, in the last 30 days, over £64,000. And again, some pet products. People love pet products. I mean, they spend so much money on pet products. Over 500,000 in this store. And it goes on. And later I'll show you some of my student results, some of the live results from just this month, last month, and from what's realistic from a seller when you first get started. Because of course, you don't go straight away selling £500,000 in a month. You will have to start from the ground zero. But if you pick the right product, again, you will do very well. So who is ready for me to start revealing my secrets? Let's have a 1 in the chat for everybody that wants me to start revealing my secrets in the chat. Let's have some ones, guys. I can't see your faces, unfortunately, so I don't know if you're all asleep or if you're awake or if you're still listening even. We do have lots of people online with us, but some ones in the chat would be amazing. And I'm going to speak to you all about my secret number 1. TikTok is not banned in the UK for sure. I don't think TikTok's getting banned anytime soon. It's huge. TikTok has an amazing Seller Central as well, very similar to Amazon. Okay, we're getting loads of ones. Thank you so much. Guys, it means so much to get your feedback. So thank you. Thumbs up. Okay, secret number 1 is all about finding a product with demand. Now, what I mean by finding a product with demand is if you've come up with a product idea, there's loads of ways to start your product research, okay? The first one is just searching for random things, okay? And using your Pro Extension tool, which I'm going to come to when I do the live demos. The other one is coming into the AMZ database and actually filtering for what you are looking for, okay? But what's super, super important is to have research tools. Do you know, even to this day, I have phone calls from people saying, I need your help with selling on Amazon from all different countries. I had one yesterday say to me, I really need your help with Amazon. I'm selling 3 products and I'm not making any money. So I'm thinking, you make one product, you don't make any money. Now you make another one, now you've made a third one. There's some cardinal sins, what they've done, steps they haven't followed. They haven't got anybody to learn from to begin with, but they've done it all wrong. So this is so common, all right? And this guy didn't even use any research tools. So he just picked a product, didn't even know they existed. So this is the thing that happens. So AMZ Scout has a brilliant free trial, 6 free goes. If you download AMZ Scout Pro Extension in the Chrome browser, you get 6 goes for free, okay? But of course, when they run out, you need to buy the software because it's brilliant. But what it's great for, you go into your Amazon, once you've downloaded it in your Chrome browser, you go into Amazon in whichever country you're looking for a product in. So it could be Amazon UK, it could be Amazon US, Germany, wherever, and you hit the Pro Extension tool. Hi, visitor. Hi. Lots of highs in the chat. And then after you've hit the research tool, you basically, a window like this pops up and it gives you all of the data. So this is a search tool now for straw rug. And you cannot believe how much data you're getting here. First, you get obviously the picture of the product. You can roll your mouse over and make these bigger. You get the product name, and then you get the brand, and then which category, okay? Then we have a product score for PL. What I'm looking for in the PL score is anything green. So over 7 for me is good, okay? Then we're looking for what is the price? What is the FBA fees? Remember, the FBA fees is what Amazon is going to deduct from every sale for picking, packing, and storing your item and sending it out, okay? So it's made up of a referral fee, and it's made up of your weight and your volume of your package, okay? So there's 2 fees within that. And then you can see next to it, you've got your net margin, estimated sales. That's how many units you are selling, how many units this product is selling. So the number 1 is selling 1,281 products per month. Average estimated revenue is around $104,000, okay? I'm looking to see how many reviews here. How many reviews do they have? Is there room in that top 10, which correlates to page 1? I'm looking at other things. How long's the seller been selling? What's the LQS score, etc., etc. It goes on. They're some of the things that I look for. But of course, what I also love is the niche score. On the top bar, you'll see something called the niche score. I'm looking for that in green if I can, so 8 and above. 7's still really good, by the way, but 8 is where I need it to be or more. So the question I ask you when you are looking to find a product is, what are you passionate about? Do you have a hobby? Can you be an expert in something? Maybe, for instance, you are just brilliant at gardening and you know a few tricks, or you're really annoyed you can't find a certain product, because when you sample that product, you're going to be able to give great advice. You're going to know if that product works or not. So if you can find something that you absolutely love, then you are going to be by far way ahead of many people who are just making money with their products. What do you buy from Amazon? Perhaps that's another one. Maybe you bought something and you really don't like it. Maybe you can improve it. Maybe you can solve a problem. So maybe you've got, I don't know, dry skin and you can't find anything to solve the problem. Maybe you need some supplements. Like, consider all of these things, okay? So when you're thinking about your passion product, think about what it is that you know. See? We've got someone here with a degree in garden design. Hello. So we need to find you a product in gardening. Okay. It's as simple as that. When I'm talking to my clients, they say to me, I don't do anything. I don't have any hobbies. And then we're talking and they're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. I've just done my master's, or I've done this. And I'm like, I thought you said you don't do anything. So again, sometimes it's not surface. It might be underneath. It might be from a child, a mum. It might be something that you're taking someone to do something. So think about that when you're looking for products. So secret number 1 is download the AMZ Scout tool. Okay, I think you've got it. I quite like the AMZ Scout tool. So download the tool, start using it, and I promise you, you will absolutely love it. So I've got someone else, yes, looking at diabetes, have a company in the States that can white label a brand. Interesting. Okay. Again, great, because you know what people are struggling with. So that could be a great start. Eventually you can develop your own. So again, fantastic. Use those gifts. Use those quirky things that maybe you're just super good at that not many people are, because even though it's a very small niche, you will realize that that niche is actually pretty big and will give you all the revenue that you need. Then you become a specialist in that area and people are like, oh my God, I need to go to that brand because they're like amazing. So hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Now, I'm going to be moving on to my secret number 2. Who is ready for secret number 2? Give me a 2 in the chat. I think I just froze. I need to make sure everybody's off the internet here. Hopefully it didn't freeze for long. Okay, secret number 2. Give me some too in the chat. Oh, there you go. I love cooking. I love baking. I've got loads of feedback here, guys. So this is where you start your research, okay? This is where you start. Loads of twos coming through in the chat. Yeah. Woo! Okay. Number 2 is finding a good manufacturer to make your product. Thank you guys for all the love in the chat. Getting loads of love this afternoon, this evening, this morning, in the middle of the night. My friend Rizwan, who's in India, you're very dedicated. I think you're going to be a very good seller. So we have to find a good manufacturer. Now, many people say, well, Alibaba isn't that great because it's just you only can source from China. Rubbish. So if you go to Alibaba, it's one of the many sourcing websites. There's loads made in China. There's so many different websites, but Alibaba.com is great. You can filter by country. You can use your filters on the right-hand side. I mean, literally, you can find factories from everywhere. You can say Sri Lanka. You can say US. You can literally say where you want them to be. You can also filter via certification. So if you want to make sure people have got the right certification for your product, for the overall company, whether they've got the system management, you can literally filter for everything. So please don't think Alibaba is just Chinese, and there's nothing wrong with Chinese. They are all different countries. So sometimes people get a bit worried about that. And that is nothing to be worried about. So when you come onto Alibaba, it looks a little bit like this. In this top toolbar here, it says, what are you looking for? That is where you type in the product. So you've done a bit of research, and I'm going to go into the research after. I'm going to do a live dive. I'm going to pick a few random products, and I'm going to show you how I would look at them. So you type in, what are you looking for here in the chat? So I would put, I don't know, whatever you're looking for. Pet carrier, pet, whatever you're looking for, search. Down the left-hand side, you can then filter. So if you want to filter for international standards, certifications, you can do that down this left-hand side. You can also search by trade assurance, verified supplier, 4 stars and up, 4.5 stars and up. Literally anything you want is there. Use the filters and it will take down the number of factories. Otherwise, what happens is you've got so many factories to choose from. You're like, oh my God, brain overload. Okay. So use those filters, and then you can click into every single different product, click into the factories, have a look at the individual factories. Do they look good? Have they got certification? What's the feedback from buyers? And basically, are they verified? And all of that good stuff. Okay, so it's a great platform to get started with. Again, look how easy it was to find this exact product. Again, we're going to come to this next. You don't want to make things too easy for people to find, because if you literally take something from Alibaba and stick it on Amazon, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to do the same to you. Okay, so it's important that you do some customization, okay, meaning private label. So hopefully you've understood that. So remember, in secret number 1, we found a product with demand. There's no good finding a product that no one's looking for. Okay, so we search, we make sure it's got good search volume, we make sure it's a good price. You know, we look at all of that. Is it brand dominant? How many reviews? Once we're happy with the product choice, remember, we can choose quite a few when we're first going through the process. We then look at the warehouse, the supplier. We look for a good factory. So we start on Alibaba. Of course, we can go into many other sites. And also, just to add, if you are in the States or you're in the UK or wherever, and you want to do like body care, makeup, skincare, supplements, maybe look closer to home, like your homeland, because it tends to work very well with anything on the skin, because obviously it's more local and you can create a story, more of an origin story about made locally, made in the US, made in the UK, etc., something to consider. So we are on to our secret number 3. Who is ready for our secret number 3? Give me a 3 in the chat. You know how this goes. Oh my gosh, yes, baby products. Yes, of course. Baby products, baby products. I've got 2 of my students doing baby products, and they are absolutely doing really well. Through the roof, actually. Loads of 3s in the chat. Thank you so much. Great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's worth speaking directly to the supplier. Cut out the middleman. Don't go to other brands. You've got to create your own brand. And in fact, that's right on cue, because secret number 3 is all about creating a private label brand. Now, what I mean by creating a private label brand, I've got some little I made earlier. These are some of my products. And it's about finding a product with demand. Then it's about finding a brilliant factory that the customer is just going to love. The products work. They're amazing. Quality is fantastic. And then it's about secret number 3, creating a brand, creating a private label brand. We're not just taking something from Alibaba and sticking it onto Amazon. We're going to make it into a proper brand. We're going to create brand assets, a brand logo, a story, maybe even a slogan. Maybe we're going to even do our colors, all of the colors that are going to work with the brand, the fonts. We can get really in depth with this. Of course, the trademarks, we need that as well. These are some other products that I've got as well. And just to show you, so it is all about creating a brand. The nice thing about it is when you have your own brand, no one else can sell that brand. So you're not really in competition with anybody, because you can create great listings, great imagery, and a great product. So you have no one to compete with, only yourself. So I took this product from looking like this rather shabby one on the left to this sparkly new looking one on the right. And needless to say, it did really, really well. And look at these. So we've got, of course, we've got the Starbucks mug on the right. But look, if it was a generic black mug or a white cup with no branding, then we wouldn't be able to charge as much as if it's got this iconic logo. Look at the dirt tea coffee with all the mushroom ingredients. People pay like $30 for just this pack of coffee. Then one of my products, and then a candle that we have here in the UK. It's now moving into other countries, called Neon. It's a luxury candle, all organic ingredients, sells for around $50, $60. And the one on the left is actually just a very basic $1 candle, showing you that you can really sell something for a lot more money. And sometimes, yes, it's about the experience and it's about the ingredients, but it's also about the branding. Branding is super, super important. And this is where we can differentiate. We might even bundle items together. So we might put something that we know people are buying. We might bundle items together. So if we know in the frequently brought together that someone's buying a cable with a product, or they're buying buds, then we might bundle them together and make people's lives more convenient. So again, it's looking for all of the clues. One thing that we don't do is look at copycats. We look to innovate, not imitate. So if you take the ones here on the left, you can see that they have literally just taken this product from Alibaba on the left, and then they've just shoved it onto Amazon. Now, the problem is with that is that if you take something just from Amazon, from Alibaba, and put it on Amazon, if it was that easy for you to find, I can guarantee it will be that easy for someone else to find. And then what happens is you have no business. So again, what you've got to do is you've got to try and do something that is very different. You've got to bundle things together. You've got to make nice packaging. You've got to improve functionalities. So again, another key thing here is to read the reviews. If you read the reviews, you'll understand what is the customer liking about this product and what is the customer hating about the product. Where can you improve things? Is it the material? Is it the site? Is it the color? What about the quality? Are things falling apart? Does it have a good manual? There's lots of questions that we can ask ourselves to improve. And again, this is what we need to do. It's all about the brand. And if we do this correctly, we can really make lots of profit. Of course, it's about customer delight, but we're all here to make money. We're all here to have that time, that location freedom that we all talked about in the beginning. Beginner sellers, you're not here for a hobby, okay? I can guarantee you're here because you need that extra income, or you want to have freedom from the 9 to 5. Why have you still got to trade your money for time? If you build your brand correctly, you can also sell on places like Empire Flippers. You can flip your Amazon brand like you flip houses, and you can sell your brand because you've built the brand assets correctly. You've built them, you've got the trademark, you've got the sales, and it's now a really profitable business to do that. So again, there's so many options once you have a thriving Amazon business. In this secret, we've talked about creating a brand. Okay, we call it private label. White label is when you're taking something that exists already. Okay, private label is your own private label. Okay, we're going to make it different. We're going to create it ourselves. We're going to add lots of things. We might add other products, like I said before. That is what is a private label, taking it from this to this on the right with lovely cushions, with more different patterns, with also the labels and lots of different added benefits. So again, taking it from this to this, creating a brand and being able to charge premium, being able to charge more money. You know, we all like those beautiful stores when you walk into, you know, you're going to spend $500, you know, because it's that experience. What does that brand mean to you? Okay, so it's about how can we do it better? How can we make it nicer for the customer? And again, if we do that, we can see lots of profit per month. So our last and final secret is secret number 4. You know what I'm going to ask you for? A 4 in the chat. Now, remember, secret number 1, we found a product with demand. We've downloaded the AMZ Scout Pro Tool extension. Number 2, we found a factory. Okay, we've talked on Alibaba to lots of suppliers. Number 3, what we've done is we've looked at the private label. We've thought of a name. We've created a brand. We've done the new packaging. We've improved it. We've done all these amazing things. And now we are on to number 4. No, it's not hard to sell when you private label. No, because there's lots of things, Lillian, like Vine for early reviewer programs. So you can actually get Amazon to help you get reviews. So Vine is an early reviewer program. And also remember, Lillian, we are entering categories where we've done the research. So the reviews are lower and there's room in the top 10. We're not going to enter a category where in the top 10, it's already really, really overran. So again, we've done that research. Okay, I think you're still here. You're still alive. So I am now going to talk about number 4. Thank you so much for all the feedback, guys, in the chat. It's really good to know that you are still here. It'd be lovely to be able to see your faces, but I just can't. So number 4 is all about the dollar. It's all about making sure your product is profitable. I don't recommend selling anything under 30 to 40 pounds. Okay, so $40. And the reason, you're welcome, Lillian. And the really interesting thing is, you know, 5 years ago, it was fine. But now under like $10, $15, it's really difficult to make money because It's very, very saturated. Yes, Gabriella, private label over white label. Yes, you need a story, but you don't have to worry too much about a new brand. If you've done your research correctly, you would have found a category that's not that competitive, okay? So don't worry too much about, oh my God, I'm a new brand. What I mean is that you've created this lovely brand, lovely packaging. The product is absolutely fantastic. So it's not really about creating a new brand, and you don't have to be worried about that, because if you enter a category that's not that well known or where there's a lot of room, you won't be judged on the brand. They'll look at the image and be like, oh wow, that looks great. But again, you don't need to worry too much about nobody knows me yet, okay? Because that comes with time. If you have the trademark, you can also build your EBC content, your A+ content, your enhanced brand content. And there's lots of different functions that you can do that will help you. If you've got your trademark, you can also have video content. So look, secret number 4 is all about making sure your product is profitable and making sure it's profitable before you begin. So use the AMZ Scout calculator. It is absolutely fantastic. And you will make sure that you're making money before you begin. I don't let any of my students order any samples unless we know that this is going to be profitable, okay? So you work it out on the profit calculator. And again, this seller is making over $18,000 in profit every month. Again, read the reviews. They leave clues. People will always talk about things that they don't like. So what is your financial freedom figure? Let's have some numbers in the chat. What is your financial freedom figure? How much money do you need to earn from your Amazon business per month? Give me some numbers. How much are you looking to earn from your Amazon business? I just want to see the kind of money that you guys are looking to earn. Profit, in profit. Not total sales. How much profit do you want to be able to take home every single month from your Amazon business? Give me some love in the chat. Okay, interesting. Okay. 3,000, 5,000, 1,000, 15,000. Okay. So we've got quite a lot of differentiation here. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to give you some product ideas and how you can add a product. And then, of course, if you want, you can just add another line extension, maybe a different color, a different material. Okay. There's lots and lots of different ways that you can get to your financial freedom figure. So, for example, this cordless water flosser, okay, selling at £74.99, 3 pressure settings. We've put in the product cost, the tax, and after FBA fees and ads and everything else, it leaves us with £12,490.90 profit per month. Now, who thinks that's a good amount of money? Give me a yes in the chat or a Y. Who thinks that is a good amount of money? In dollars, that's probably like $14,000 a month. Would that be good enough for you guys? Exactly. So again, it's not brain science, but again, what that product is it's an improved version. All right, it's offering loads of functions and it does the job. It really does do the job well. So example 2 is a Wi-Fi digital photo frame, okay? And again, selling at $89.99. This one has the Amazon Choice badge. So of course, when it has the Amazon badge, it means that it's got a certain amount of velocity and a certain amount of feedback. And Amazon will push this, okay? So of course, this is probably going to have a lot of sales. Estimated revenue over 96,000 per month. and the monthly profit is over 38,000. So these products do exist. So from these two products alone, you are making over £50,000 a month. Now, yes, of course, I can hear you saying, but you still got to buy the products. Well, of course, you've still got to buy the products. An Amazon business is not a free business, guys. If you are here for a free ride, this is not the business model for you. Okay, you do need to invest money for products. You do need to invest in education, and you do need to invest in your tools. It's like going to be a plumber or an electrician without taking your electrical tools. Like, you're not going to be able to do it. It's the same on Amazon. You can't do the research if you don't have the tools. You can't sell on Amazon if you haven't got the right education. So it's about equipping yourself with the right tools, okay? And if you do that, you can sell really, really well. I'm going to come to your Q&As very, very soon. Thank you for being so patient. So I'm now going to dive into some product research just to show you guys a little bit more into the software, just so you can see how good the AMZ Scout software. Now, I'm not employed by AMZ Scout, just so you guys know, and I'm free to use anybody's research tools, so I'm not employed by them. But what I would say is I've been teaching Amazon now to my students for 3 years, and I've been selling on Amazon for many years. And I find it one of the easiest and best softwares to use because my students get real results and it's really simple to use. So if you are kind of going between lots of different companies, which one, then I would absolutely recommend it. So I'm going to show you how I use it, some ways that maybe you could use it, some of the new functions. For those of you who haven't seen any of the functions, then just sit tight because I'm going to spend like 5-10 minutes just showing you around the software. You are now hopefully seeing my Amazon.com website. For some reason, I've got flowers up here. But anyway, I am going to type in something random. So remember, I said before, it could be a hobby. It could be a passion. It could be your kids' hobbies. It could be your mother's. It could be whatever, something you know a lot about. So start off by just typing some things here in the chat. So for instance, I am going to type in, I've been doing lots of fitness today in between my clients. I'm going to type in ab rollers because I was interested in these. Now, I hit the search button, loads of product comes up. Okay, so this is what you would see. It doesn't like it because I'm in the UK, so it's telling me, do I want to change my address? Now, when I have downloaded the AMZ Scout software, I have put it onto my toolbar up here, and I am going to hit that, and it's going to pull up the results from the ab roller. Okay, so again, what I'm looking for here is I'm looking first of all at this niche score here. You can see the niche score is based on the demand and the competition, okay? This is what I love about the Pro Extension tool because it gives me a really quick snapshot. It helps me to see, is this a good product? Do I need to drill in and look at this product in more depth, or is it just rubbish? Now, let's just see. Okay, so it's 7. So that is pretty good. If I actually click on this, it gives me a 7 out of 10, likely to succeed, high profits, great demand, medium competition. And again, you can read all of these and decide what you think. At the side of each one of these, you can drop down. So by number 1, right at the left-hand side, I've just opened this up. If I like the product, I can add them to tracker. I can look at the profit calculator. I can also look at the product history. I can get the keywords. There's so much I can do here. But look, this is the first 10 is what I would find on the first page of Amazon.com. Now, of course, it changes all the time. Depends what ads they're running. Depends what they're organic, what their listing quality is like. But what I'm really looking for is this PL score, the green scores here, because this is giving me 8s and 7s. And when I roll over them, I'm looking at why this one would be an 8 compared to why this is a 6 and a 4 and a 5. So I'm interested in these. And already I can see that this is $24.99. So this is where it looks like the opportunity is. I'm interested in this one because it's more expensive. These for me are too small a price. But again, if I'm interested, I'll look at this in more detail. I'll drop this down and I'll add it to my tracker. I'm also looking at the reviews. What I want to see in my top 10 here, guys, is some gaps. I love the fact that this is number 2 and it's got 36 reviews, 74 reviews, 36, 23, 52. That means for me, there's room in this top 10. I'm quite interested in this. I'd look further into it. And in fact, I'd probably now go to the research tool and do a little bit more digging. What you've also got here is you've got the view page. So you can actually click. So if there are things on there that you don't actually want to see, you can just tick these and it will literally take off all of this. So it can become a lot less busy. Now, if you were to purchase the actual AMZ Scout tool, and remember, don't purchase it yet, because if you are thinking about this, AMZ Scout will put something totally amazing for you together, and you'll be able to get this at the end. And there's a little bit of a twist as well. So don't worry. If your pockets are a little bit empty tonight, there's something in store for you. Okay, so just stick around. But this is the actual product database. So again, if you're coming in here thinking, do you know what? I absolutely love fitness. I want to launch a fitness product. You can come straight into this database and you can start searching for exactly the category that you want. So coming into the product database, you can click the categories, you can select them all, you can clear them, you can decide which category you want to look in. So again, if I'm looking in fitness, I can apply it and it will start populating loads of products. Now, of course, if you want to put filters on them, so say for instance, I wanted to look at reviews under 100. Sometimes it doesn't come up with anything, but sales over, let's do 5,000. So I'm looking for reviews under 100. So again, somewhere that I can get in, but I'm looking at sales over 5,000. You might want to look at sales over 10,000. But remember, if you're going into quite a high competitive category with room in the top 10, you're going to need to buy the stock. So you've got to make sure you got money. All right. Because some of my students say, I want to make 20 grand a month. And I'm like, how much do you have for stock? I don't have any money for stock. It doesn't correlate. Okay. Then you just hit find products and it begins to search. Okay. Let's take one of these filters out. What I do now is I go through them and I see anything that I like. Then what I'm going to do, more actions here, I'm going to add it to my tracker. Okay. Again, PL score. This has got a 7. I'm looking 7. So these all could be very good. 7, 7. So much choice here, guys. Okay. I'm going to add them to my trackers and I can export them to Excel as well, which is what I love to do. What's also great is you've got your AI listing builder. So when you are ready to build your listing in Amazon, it's never been easier. Okay. So you can grab some keywords. You can do the reverse ASIN lookup. You can grab all the keywords from your competitors and you can start creating your listing. It's super, super easy. So you can get the keywords from the ASIN, which is your competitors' ASINs. You can add your own keywords and literally it will create your listing. It is unbelievable. So again, another great tool from AMZ Scout. So when we have our Q&A, if there's answers around different things, I may flick back in, okay? And I may look at product in a bit more depth, but let's just see what comes up at the end, okay? So Amazon is for you if you are looking for a new opportunity. I hope this afternoon, this morning, this evening has showed you what an amazing opportunity Amazon is. if you want to find a better way to earn money, and as we said, just over broke, a job. If you want to get out of your job eventually, remember we keep the job for a while because we need the money to help your Amazon business, unless you've got a lot of savings. So a lot of my students, what they're doing is they're keeping their job until they know they're making their money, and then they go down to part-time, and then they leave. So if you want to find a better way to earn money where you're not trading your time for money, Amazon is definitely the place for you. And remember, what is your financial freedom figure? I know a lot of people were quite shy with their figures. Some of you weren't. I think the highest one that I got was 31,000, maybe. Was that the highest? And it was really exact as well. It wasn't 30,000. It was like 31,000. So they know what they're going for. Some people just want 3K to start with. So again, you know, it really depends. Yeah, electricals. Look, I've been selling for a long time. I sell electricals, and I sell electricals really well. But to begin with, it is quite hard because you've got to get the right factories, the right certifications. Oh, okay. Oh, 35,000 a month. Okay, we're getting more. Okay. Well, look, anything is possible. If you're selling in the US, I mean, literally, it's so huge. You can make so much money. My first 4 secrets to success, we've gone over, and I think you guys know it by now. Find a product with demand. Make sure your product is profitable, which is actually number 4. Find a good manufacturer, and then create a brand. And 6 crucial things that can absolutely kill your Amazon business is never getting started. Okay. So many people say to me, I've been thinking about this for the last 4 years. In fact, I had a lady the other day that said to me, I've been thinking about creating my own brand for 15 years. I was like, 15 years. Thinking that it's passive, it is passive eventually, but to begin with, it's hard work. So let's just put that one out there, guys. Okay. The try it and see. Oh, I'll try it for a little bit, but they're not really learning it. You know, those kind of people. Outsourcing too soon. You can't outsource it when you don't know what good looks like. So you have to do it yourself. You have to not be lazy, basically. And not have a sourcing strategy because, of course, you need to source that product right. So you have to have the strategy. You have to go through the certification process. You have to make sure it's not going to fall apart. You know, some people say to me, oh, I've got to pay for samples. I was just going to put it on Amazon. Can you imagine what that product might look like? And of course, expecting too big a margins. I expect a third, okay? Minimum of 33% margin, 33% product cost and freight, and 33% FBA fees and ads. These are some of my lovely, gorgeous students that allowed me to take pictures of them, or they took pictures of themselves. And again, really, really, really great results. And again, they are testament to my success. Their success is my success. And there's a few more here. And again, these are on my FBA course, and some of them are being mentored on a one-to-one basis as well. And of course, doing very, very well. And I don't talk about my students' products. If they want to talk about them, they do, but it's none of my business. I'm here just to coach them. So again, this is really, really important that you can see that this is really true and really real. Another brilliant category, if you can find a product that is giftable as well, that gifts all year round, you know, the gift that keeps giving, then you're going to make so much money on Amazon, because this tiny little candle, there's 4 of them in this pack, they make over £42,000, or they take £42,000 a month in the UK. So they're probably making about £15,000 a month per set. Nothing special. When I say create a private label brand, they have done this. It's called scent therapy. Nobody would buy this in bricks and mortar stores, by the way. It's just on Amazon, but they do so well. And they have long burning candles. And then they have another one that's called something strange, I think long lasting. So people are not just buying one lot, they're buying another lot. So again, not giftable in terms of you can sell it in summer, but never again for the whole year, but something that's also you're able to give to a sister or a mom or a friend will work really well. And again, gardening, if you're into gardening, again, something simple like this, hydroponics, growing system, over £20,000 a month. One item. This would answer a lot of your guys' problems. The ones that are saying 5,000, 3,000, 3,500, which is a lot. So again, just one product is great. Okay. So Amazon FBA is for you, but it is a long-term commitment, guys. It's not about getting rich quick. Okay. Success takes 3 to 6 months. Quick cash is not the goal with your Amazon business. And you need to show up. You need to learn, okay? And what I would say is if you keep the customer at the heart of your thoughts, of your strategy, you will win because you are driving your long-term goal and you're building for the future and not just for today. So my final thought on whether Amazon FBA for you is this: you have to embrace patience. You need to have quality products, and Amazon will reward those who think long term. So now you have 2 options. And if you've got everything you need, guys, you can log off right now, because what I'm going to be doing now, for those of you who are interested, I'm going to be taking you to Q&A. I'm also going to be revealing the deal that AMZ Scout are presenting tonight. As I said, I don't work for them, but they've put something amazing together for you guys. Not just that, but the opportunity also to join my online course, be coached by me, join my monthly group calls with a very small few. We have something really special. So for those of you who have got the 4 secrets and hopefully I've taught you something, I hope that you can take away, then please, you're ready to go. You've got all your info. You're very, very welcome to log off. I'm not going to think you're rude. I feel honored to have taught you some lessons, I hope. But for those of you who may be interested in taking this blueprint a little bit further, then I'm going to go to our section number 2, and I'm going to show you all the different things that we're going to give you tonight, and you are not going to believe the value. So these are some of my current clients. We had a brand new launch in January. This was a tiny product that's just started, over £3,000 in the UK. And then this one is over 6,000. Again, just one product, UK smaller, remember, than the US. 30,000 with this product. And with this product last month, this is a brand new launch again, £6,000 last month. You can see from beginning of April to the end of April. And again, just getting started. So you can see the kind of results that people are getting. Over 82,000 last year with one product. And I'm here to teach you the same results, the same teachings that I teach my students. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're here in the US, if you're in the UK, it's the same platform, okay? Of course, we have nuances like niche and niche and the way we say things like tomato and tomato, but on the whole, it's exactly the same. So let me show you what we are going to give you this evening. Again, if you want an automated business, if you want to future-proof your income, you can do that with an Amazon FBA business. And you can have the time and the location and the freedom that you want. And again, the internet, Amazon isn't going anywhere. And I think now people really are starting to take this on board. So what is my automated Amazon blueprint system? Well, look, I updated it for 2024. It's about my framework around the 4 Ps: pick, prep, promote, and progress. Okay. Number one, it's about picking the right product. The amount of times I see people picking the wrong product, even some of my students are hell-bent. They fall in love with the product. And one of my students, literally for 3 months, would not give up on this product idea. And I said to her, look, please do not do this product. It will not work. Gave her all the reasons it wouldn't work. Until she started sampling it, she realized, oh my God, there's too many nuances. There's too many sizes. There's too many thicknesses of material. And then she realized, but if she didn't realize for herself, even though I was saying to her, look, even I wouldn't do this product. It has like 30 different variances, but she had to experience it for herself, okay? But the nice thing was I was able then to help her find another product, which is now launched in the UK and is a complete success. So again, module one, how do I pick that product? Follow my system. We check it together, make sure you're on the right path. Number two, prep. How do we prep it? How do we find that right factory? How do we get the branding right? Okay. How do we then promote it? How do we then get it into Amazon and start making sure we've got the EBC content, we've got the ads running, and of course then progressing. How do we progress this into a bigger? Do we want to do a website? Do we want to sell in bricks and mortar stores? What's the bigger picture? So full FBA training, including lots of videos. You get a Zoom support as well. So you get my group calls monthly on Zoom. You get reference guides, tips, tricks, every step of the way. So look, this is the value of my course, including my group calls as well at last Thursday of every month. And this is some of my group calls. So for you guys, I keep my calls really, really small. I want to spend the hour with you. I want to answer all your questions. And of course, I want to be able to make you into successful sellers. That is my goal. There is enough to go around. There is enough for everybody. Okay, we don't have the scarcity mindset. And I hold your hand throughout the process. So you have my personal WhatsApp number as well, not my team's, my number. So if you get stuck in between the monthly group calls, you can just jump on and send me a WhatsApp. Okay. For me, that's invaluable. Whether you choose today to be with me or you're with another mentor, having feedback, having someone that you can go, oh my God, what do I do now? Okay. It's much better that you have someone to answer questions so you don't get stuck. You don't stop and think, oh, this is just too complicated. So it's hand holding all the way through for you. And again, we've put all that value together. But, and I told you it's going to be completely bonkers and crazy tonight. It's not just about this. Okay. I'm also going to add some bonuses. Okay. So you get all my documents, all my templates, and added together, it's over $5,000 worth. Okay. Now, we're already putting up the links because it's going a bit bonkers. Okay. It's going a bit mad already. I have not even given you the price yet. And I've not even started to talk about what AMZ Scout are doing, which I've never seen before, by the way. Before we get into that, I'm going to say that everybody that signs up today, not tomorrow or on a repeat, I'm going to do personally a 40-minute consultation on Zoom with. So you can tell me about your brands. I can sign an NDA if that worries you. You can tell me about your brand, your ideas. We can look at software, whatever you want to do in those 40 minutes. We have a one-on-one. Okay, that's your 40 minutes with me, not with loads of other people. And we are going to talk about your Amazon business. Okay, so if you really want that session, you can get that in this package. Okay, so you also get my product selection review. So when you've chosen a product, I will personally look at it and go through it and make sure you haven't missed anything out. There are some bundles that we're doing tonight, and I want to say to you, even if you cannot afford a lot, they are splitting out these payments into some crazy deals, okay? So please do have a look. Don't think, oh, this is not for me, because you won't believe what prices they are, okay? So you're getting all of this, but that's not everything, okay? I'm not going to personally charge you all of this. I want you to get started. I want you to be a successful seller, okay? All as I'm asking for, that you send me a written testimonial once you've been in my group calls, once you've been in my community, because they mean more to me than anything. On my website, you'll see I've got videos, I've got testimonials from my students, from people that are in my training program right now. You are also going to get the AMZ Scout bundles, okay? Now, remember I told you that when you are doing your product research, you have to do it properly, okay? You're going to get a whole year's worth of this. Now, you're going to need it because not only are you going to do your research, you're going to do the keyword research, you're going to do competitor research. You're also going to track products for your next product, and you're also going to use it to look at all of the things like that AI listing tool that I also showed you. Okay, so you need it for a year because it's going to be your best friend in the background. Okay, again, a support tool for you. Not only do you get that, you get the Pro extension that I showed you that comes up with all this amazing data. Remember, it's pulling from all the live data. It's forever changing. And it allows you to check the niches. It's also got all of the things like the review numbers, the rating averages, the main product keywords that we can just take and use in our listings. It allows you to select via each country to find out which countries you want to source from. Remember, I told you it's not just all Alibaba. And again, product database, you can go directly into that product database and you can search for the products. You can use the filters. You can filter by reviews, by literally anything you want to search by. And again, you can look up your keywords, your reverse ASIN lookups. It is unbelievable. If you are skeptical about AMZ Scout, go look at their reviews, go look on Trustpilot, go read what people are saying about them. And again, the customer service is really phenomenal, okay? And again, I would not be recommending these if I didn't think they were great, okay? So go read all about them. We've got the value that I'm giving. So the course, the online course, the monthly calls, the WhatsApp, my personal WhatsApp, and that consultation, okay? That 40-minute consultation, plus the product selection review, okay? All of that's taken into consideration, plus everything that I have showed you. All of the AMZ Scout software and the bonuses. They're giving all of the new trend reports, the profitable product reports, over $2,000 worth of reports. And there's some great ideas in here. You also get the top most demanded products for 2024. It's really surprising when you see the products that are in the most demand. Again, it might not be for you right in the beginning, but for sure, it could be for you in the future. And again, lots of bonuses around supplier success, communication, and lots more. So here we go. And then I'm going to come to Q&A and we're going to go through all of your questions. So it's not going to be 10,485 pound and 99 cents. Are you ready for this crazy price? It's going to be $699 for everything. Now, if you want this, you can even split it into 4 payments, which I don't know what it is. It's like $699 divided by 4. It's like about $174 a month, something like that. So again, you don't even need to pay the $6.99 now. As soon as you've paid one of your payments, we're going to book in that training. You're going to start on the monthly Zoom calls. You're going to get the Amazon course. You're going to get a call with me. I mean, can you imagine this time next week, you can be in a completely different place with your Amazon business. So if you are interested, you need to get it now, because I'm only doing the 40-minute consultations for the people that book on this call. Okay, I'm going to leave all of this up. If you have any questions, I'm not running away. I'm here to serve you. If you need anything, if you're unsure, we've got the AMZ Scout customer services guys all on the lines. They are here to answer any customer service questions. If you've got problems with payment, if you can't scan the QR code, if you can't get on the website, then please come through to them. They will answer any questions you've got. And meanwhile, we are going to go to the Q&A. So while you make your purchases, we've already got purchases coming through. Thank you very much. So looking forward to seeing you very soon and having that discussion with you. So while people are purchasing, I'm going to start answering the questions. Again, thank you so much. So no, I'm not going to discuss about KDP2. It's not what I do. I do Amazon FBA. Can you source in the UK too? Absolutely, you can source in the UK too, depending on what product you are going to source. So supplements, skincare, hair care, personal care, very good in the UK. If it's anything tech, then you probably need to come to the Far East. Yes, shipping should be triple the price. Again, it is expensive, but just make sure you've got really good freight forwarders and you're not using the factories, because when you've got bigger shipments, you need to use direct vessels. So that's what I would say. Compare pricing as well. Make a simple website. Yes, exactly. Make your simple website so people can check that you are a brand. Guys, look also at some of these payment plans. Some people can get 18 payments and just $45 a month. I mean, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? So you haven't got to pay $6.99 today. We've got payment plans of like as little as $45. So please don't think this is not for you. You can still get all of this amazing value. And you know what? When I started out and I knew nothing, I would have paid way more than $45 to get some advice, because I made some costly mistakes. And you can buy one load of product from China and make a mistake, and that's the same price as if you would have learned correctly. So, you know, again, just really think about who have you got to help you. Let's have a look. How easy is it to white label on Alibaba? Well, Gabriella, hopefully we've answered that, but you contact the factory and, you know, you work with them on branding. Sometimes you may have to make more packaging than actual product. But first of all, find the right product, and then you can start talking to them about branding and private label. Yeah, people do look at new brands if you're in the right category. Obviously, you don't go into a category where it's like completely brand dominant. So you're not going into a category with Panasonic and Philips and Apple and stuff like that. But, you know, you can get into brands, into categories that are not overran. Can we sell product brands from US? You can, but you need a license. You need to have them agree. You have to upload it to Amazon, and the margins are very tight because you've got brand and then you in the middle. So I would always recommend making your own products. How long from buying your product and getting your first shipment? I would say 90 days. About 90 days, you should be at the volume that you need to be, as long as you've had no out of stocks. So as long as you've had no out of stocks, then you can just scale quite quickly. Yes, different brands for different products, correct. So if you've got like a foot brand, for instance, like you have a foot brand, and then if you've got like a gardening brand, you have a gardening brand. You can have more than one brand under your Seller Central account. So that is fabulous. So definitely that's a great question. In fact, they're all great questions. You know, it's a really good question. Why don't people make money? Some people make money on Amazon. Wrong product choice and selling at the wrong price. Is there a possibility that a niche goes from good to bad while we wait for our products? Not really. I mean, it can get slightly worse, but always look at the visibility score, because that gives you transparency on if people have found that niche and that product. So that's another great tool on AMZ Scout, the visibility tool. I'd have to outsource as need FDA approval from the States. Yeah, FDA approval, that's still fine. You could get factories that are FDA approved and the product. So you just need to work with the right factory. And if it's for the US, I would make it in the US, especially if it's like diabetes or something like that. Will you work with to finalize the products? Sorry, Rizwan, I don't know what that means. Will you work with us? Oh, yeah, of course. I work with you to finalize the products. Absolutely. That's what I do. That's what you're coming on my course for. Yes, I can help you list the products, Michelle. No problem. Did you help to find the product? Yes. So I teach you exactly how to find the product. And of course, if you're still struggling, I help you to find the product. A good budget to start depends what market you're starting in. I mean, some of my students in the UK are starting with 3,000 to 5,000. One of my clients in the US is starting with 10,000 for their first shipment, a bit more because they're going into it's a good category, but it's selling a lot of volume. Do you help to find product in this bundle? I don't do a report for you. In this bundle, you find your own product, but I check it over and I teach you how to do it. But of course, look, if you're really, really stuck, then I'll help you. But I don't include finding you a product in this. Yes, the FDA approved, so look to sell in US and not import to UK. Yeah. Yeah, if it's FDA approved, then you can sell it in the US for sure. Yeah. Yeah, in the UK we don't need FDA approved, but I mean, you know, if it's FDA approved, it's also good for the UK. If you are doing any kind of cosmetic product, beauty product, anything that goes on the skin or within, then we have to have you have to be live on the EU portal, the GB portal as well. And you have to have full PIF files, CPSR, there's a lot. In fact, it's pretty stringent. But again, that's just for the people that may want to be selling in personal care. So yeah, great questions, guys. Lots and lots of questions. So are there any more questions? Let's see. I've got a question here. Yeah, so I'm really looking at a third and a third and a third. So third product cost with freight and shipping, and then a third for my Amazon fees and my ads, and then a third profit. If we take a $90 product, you're going to make more money. You're going to make like $30 to $40. You have to sell less of them to make money. If you're in like a $15 category, for instance, because they're very competitive. And we also get a lot of the Chinese factories selling in that low category. So again, we really look to sell at a higher price point. Our margins are better. Imagine you're selling, making $30 a product and you sell 10 products a day, which is really simple. That's $300 a day. 300 times 30. It's $9,000. So again, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for good margins. We're looking for profitable products. We're not looking for, $10 products where we're making $1, because it's very, very competitive. And as soon as someone goes $7.99, then you have to change, and then it's literally so, so difficult. So yeah, so that's one of the challenges with it. Yeah, so I think, any more questions? Is everybody okay with all the links? We've got lots of people coming on board. It's so exciting. I'm going to be teaching you all very soon and having my one-to-one call with you. Remember, for that one-to-one call, you may want to prepare some things. You may want to show me around what you've already done. Don't worry if you've done nothing. And then we've got another here. Yes, exactly. You can. So somebody's saying that, because some of the manuals on the Chinese language isn't quite good English, we've got opportunity to embellish that. And of course, I would always redo all the manuals, redo all the packaging with great language, because that's the first telltale sign when you get it, isn't it? When you open something up and you can't even read the manual and you can't even read the instructions, it's sort of, it's difficult. So yes. Well, do we have any more questions? Let's see. Okay, guys, any more questions? So again, I just think with, again, one of my students has just, the student that I was telling you about that, wanted so badly to launch their own idea, and they went through the sampling and then they realized, no, they've now been able to launch their first tech product, actually, but they've managed to do it also in other colorways. So they've gone from taking their business from one product, which is about £2,500 profit in the first month. They've now launched it in like 3 other colorways. So overnight, they've gone from selling one product to 4 products. And the second product they're launching is also in the same niche. So they've carved out a very cool name and a brand. And again, it's very, very cool. The colors, it's all pastels. It's all very kind of Korean-esque. So there's lots of different ideas around what you can do. And I touched on a little bit about the trademark as well. And again, in my course, I teach you how to get that IP, because that's super important to your Amazon journey, the way that Amazon protects you, the way that you can actually get more features. So again, it's really, really good to have that. So hopefully that's given you lots and lots of insights. So remember, guys, if you are wanting to join the program, now is your chance. Remember, you can get it for as little as $45 a month. I mean, crazy, crazy, crazy prices. And for those of you who signed up, I am going to look forward to seeing you very, very soon. You will get my email address as well and my mobile, and we will exchange emails and make sure we get a set time. We have one more question. For UK Limited, start right off the bat. So what I would say, if it's a new limited company, you do have that VAT threshold. So you don't have to register for tax straight away unless your accountant said you do, because you have a threshold. Once you're getting near the threshold, then you will need to register for tax. But again, always get accountant's advice. I'm not a tax advisor, but you do have a threshold before you need to start paying tax. Yes, that's great. And I think one more. AMZ Scout tool is all included in this, guys. So you're getting my course, my time, my 40 minutes. You're getting live monthly training. You're also getting all of the AMZ Scout bundles for the whole year. Can you believe it? So you're getting the bundle, you're getting the bonuses, literally everything. I'm even going to check your product for you. So if you can't sell on Amazon, then this could be your answer. So yes, you do get all of AMZ Scouts for a year, and me, and everything else. So $6.99. I think we looked at like 16 payment plans if you want it. just really taking that kind of bite out of, you know, if you're thinking, oh my God, I can't afford today, $6.99, $47, bargain. So I think that is it. Leaves me to say good night from London, or good afternoon, or good morning, or whatever time it is. I hope you've enjoyed the webinar. I've truly enjoyed being here, and I wish you all the best with your Amazon business. I hope that you go from strength to strength and you launch an amazing brand. I look forward to seeing you all very soon. And for now, I'm going to say good night. Bye for now.